Hey everybody, I'm Melissa Thomas from C2C Stamping, and I am excited to do this 5-minute Friday training on DBWS, which is the Demonstrator Business Website Service. And I'm going to share my screen so that you can see what I'm looking at. So when you go to DBWS, if you have DBWS, great. If you don't, it's $12.95 per month. And if you've never had it before, you can get the first 2 months for free. I recommend that you not do it your first month that you're a demonstrator. Maybe get a month or two under your belt before you do this. But when you're here, you'll see that it has your name, it has a drop down, it has the home, which is this page. There's the business, which has the contact manager, the resource library, the calendar, and the website. There's also the link generator. I talked a little bit about the link generator last week when we talked about hostess codes. So one of the nice things about DBWS is that it gives you a really quick way that you can generate shop, join, host, product specific, and product specific plus host code links. So for instance, here you could say, you're hosting maybe a specific class and you want them to buy something, a suite or something under a certain hostess code. You would put the hostess code and the product number here, and it creates a magical link that'll send them straight to that. And then when they purchase that, it'll already be on your host code, which is fabulous. So I love the link generator. If you go to my website, there's a couple of places where you're going to want to customize your DBWS so that you stand out a little bit. So you're going to go to edit your website. And when you do that, you're going to have some choices. You're going to want to make sure that your site name makes sense. There's no point in putting stamping or stamp here because you have .stampinup.net. So just careful of that. Your name, your phone number, your email address, a personalized photo of you. So it's always smart to have a photo of you that's close. It's going to be very tiny. So you actually want to be pretty tight on your face so that they can see who you are. You're going to have the title, and then you can put in some extra meta keywords if you want here. A couple of other things that I do that really seem to help me is on the home page, I have some direct, kind of linking, welcome text. On the contact page, I have, information about how to sign up for my newsletter. On the About Me, a couple of things that I've done is I've added where I'm located because we know search engines will pick up on that. So I say I'm located outside Austin, Texas in Dripping Springs, kind of why we do what we do. Do you want to like me, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Pinterest, right? Go to my YouTube, right? These are all things showing them that I'm very active. And then there's an additional information about me. I actually just copy and pasted this from my blog, and I added an About Me image, and that was important too, because that helps to really customize the page. We'll look at the My Projects page in a little bit. Under Host and Join, you can definitely do something. You could add something to My Specials. I do think that the social blog and web icons are really important. So if you have a Facebook page or a group, you have a Pinterest, if you have a Twitter, a LinkedIn, you could link it here. YouTube for sure, and Instagram for sure. If you've got links, please put those in there. And if you have a website, like a blog or something, you can put that in here. So once you have all of that, then when we preview it, and there's customer reviews as well, which I haven't had a chance to play with. But what's nice about this is it puts the nice photo up here, right? It has all my contact info. It has all my social media links right up in the top. So it makes me look really, really active, which is important. So I'm gonna go ahead and save that. And then the other piece that I wanted to show you was the calendar. So it is really easy to add events to the calendar. Go ahead and close this. And if you go here to calendar, I like to have things that are recurring events set up on here. So if I've got a monthly card class and it's set for the 4th Sunday of the month, then I've got that on here. So you'll see here, what's nice is that Stampin' Up also populates your calendar. So some of these things in orange are things that Stampin' Up has done. But I put my Facebook Live videos on here. I put my team meetings, both my team meeting and my uplines team meeting. I put my Christmas card event on here. So these are all things that are easy to add. If I'm going to be doing any kind of craft fair or anything like that, I could add that here as well. But I have my team uplines meeting, I have my monthly meeting, and then any classes that I'm hosting. So very easy to add events. You literally just click on the day that you want to add an event. Let's say I know I'm going to be doing a craft fair here. I'm going to add the name, the event type, you know, an ending time. Definitely make sure the display on my site is clicked. You can add the location, and then you can have people RSVP, and you can actually send them invitations through here. So that's something that I've used before as well. So it's almost got like an email service built in. It's not a newsletter, but you can send them individual invitations, and it actually pulls from your customer manager, which is really nice. So you can invite them to a particular class or something, and they can RSVP, and you'll get email notifications if people place orders, if they want to be added to your customer list, and if they like a new lead, and then you'll also get notifications if they RSVP up here. For me, the resource library is really important, and it's probably something that most people would like pass by. There's already a bunch of resources built in here, marketing things, lots of like all the mini catalog sample recipes. There's suites and things that are built in here. But the My Files section is really great, because under the My Files section, you can actually add a project that you've made, and you can add all of the products that you use to create that project. And so if we wanted to look here, let's not do it this way. Let's go here. Let's pretend like we're editing it. Okay. So we would make a title. We'd pick a file type. In this case, it's just an image that I've uploaded. I've already uploaded it, and I've got a description. I say Crafty Collaborations is a group of demonstrators who combine our efforts to give customers their best. If you make a $50 purchase in the month of November, you'll get tutorials from all of us. It includes the tutorial on how to make this poppin' pastel card with poppin' pastel card. Okay, so I'm going to do an add to cart as my shareable link. I could just have them sent to my site. I could have them sent somewhere externally when they click on this, or I could just have them go to my store. But I like the add to cart, and I'll show you why. I'm going to publish it to the My Projects page, and I had it featured. I had it set as a featured product. So I'm actually going to take that down, because I'm not going to have it as my featured project right now. And then I've added pastels, the Pretty Medallion stamp set, Starry Sky, the Apple Harvest. And you know, the other thing I need is I need Versamark. You can't do this without Versamark. So we're going to add this Versamark pad, and I'm just going to check box that. And now the Versamark pad has been added. We're going to click submit. Now my resource has been updated. And when I go here to, oh, not that one. Nope, okay, well, let's say we go here. Then I can pin this to Pinterest. So I can pin that. And so once I've uploaded it, now I'm going to go over to Pinterest. I'm going to make sure that I pin this on the right board. And now I've got it over in Pinterest. What's great about it is that, let's say I'm over in Pinterest, it's already added the name, it added a description, which is awesome. But if I click on this and I click on this link, when a customer, anybody on Pinterest clicks on this link, now they see a longer description, they see who I am, and they see that I've recommended some products for them. So they could say, yeah, you know what? I do. I want to make this card. I'm going to add all of this to my cart. And now in my cart, now I've got everything. And they're already shopping with me. Isn't that great? So this is a really nice feature for DBWS. And it's a way that you can start to use Pinterest for positive, right? Instead of spending hours scrolling on Pinterest, you're putting content on Pinterest and you're drawing people back to you, back to your page. So you can kind of see, I've got projects, I do like monthly projects. I've got projects where I've done some tutorials. I even did some casual beginner and avid starter kit suggestions. So each one of these had like a list of items. And and it had like, here are all the things that if you wanted to purchase a beginner starter kit, here's maybe the things I would recommend. And this was last year, but it would have like white cards, envelopes, markers, ink, right? So I might take this and I might edit these for the new promotion that we've got coming up in January. So hopefully you found that helpful. I think that what I do is I start here in DBWS, and then I go ahead and I share to Facebook. So I'll just copy paste if I'm going to make events in DBWS. It's really easy to add events. And the other thing that someone asked was, what's a cost benefit analysis, right? I think that for me, I get a good order usually every month, every other month, or a lead. I would say one or the other. So maybe 6 orders a year, and maybe at least 6 new random leads for people who are looking for me in the area. And that's not bad considering the investment. Plus, I use that link generator a lot. And everybody who places orders on my hostess codes use that link generator. I would say most people don't manually punch in the hostess code. They're using the link that I've generated and put in a newsletter. So, and then when I'm working the calendar really well, that's definitely something, but it does pay to have some customization to your page, put your photo up, put your social links, have a couple events on the calendar, even if it's just a recurring time that you get together with yourself to craft. It's important, an open studio time, something like that, to have something on the calendar so that when customers are shopping for demonstrators, they know who's an active demonstrator by your calendar and by the customizations on your standard page. And also just make sure that the imaging is updated. If you can pull any current images from the zip files that we get from the spring catalogs or the new catalogs, that's really important as well. So thanks so much. I appreciate your time. Hopefully you enjoy this 5-Minute Friday. If you've got questions, leave them down below and I'll be sure to answer them. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.